Hi and welcome to Cooking with Jonny Burnett. Me here, Jonny Burnett, and we're in my kitchen in Bristol. Today we're doing one of the nation's favourite dishes. It is the mushroom risotto. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and we're going to crack on with how to make this gorgeous risotto full of flavour, full of punchiness and a lovely texture. So 180 grams of arborio risotto rice, 1 onion, 1 carrot, 1 celery stick, a couple of sprigs of thyme, 2 cloves of garlic, some red wine, some vegetable stock and some butter. And to top it off, I'm going to do toasted pumpkin seeds. Now for this risotto, I'm using 2 different types of mushrooms. You can do whatever you like, okay? For me, I'm doing the base with cup mushrooms, nice and cheap. And then to top it off, I'm going to saute some wild, fresh, delicious Girolles mushrooms. Adds colour, adds depth, adds texture, and just takes it from there to right up there. So first things first, we're going to put the pumpkin seeds in the oven, okay, for around 15 to 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. That just enables them to get the lovely nutty texture out of the seeds, which garnish the risotto beautifully. And then we want to finely dice our onion, our garlic and our carrots with the celery to saute in a pan to give the base flavour, the mirepoix to this risotto. So once you dice them, just run your knife over it a little bit. Get them to their decent small size. You don't have to be precise when you're doing this. It can just be nice and rough, okay? Just want to mince this garlic through. Make sure it's nice, small pieces of garlic. Just like that. Then with the carrot, we're going to top and tail it, either end. And then we're going to divide it up lengthways into 3 pieces. So you've got 3 strips like that. When it's like that, then it's nice and easy. So again, cut that lengthways into 3 things. So you've got 3 good squares there. Just make it really easy, just for doing small, fine dices from. Nice, quick, easy way of dicing your carrot. So you pop that in with your onions, your garlic, and we're going to add the celery and the thyme to it as well. And if you sweat this down, this will become the base of our risotto. I'm just going to use 1 washed celery stick, okay? So all I do is just take it down the middle, so it's there, and then lovely fine slices. And then for your thyme, just grab a few sprigs. Just take back the leaves. Trying to avoid any thick stalks in there. Then just give that a rough little chop. So this is the bowl, we're going to add this into a hot pan with some oil. Full of cut mushrooms for the base. We want to give them a bit of body, don't cut them too small, okay? So take the mushroom in half, and then just a few down there, okay? So in half, and a few down there. And you want to be left with this sort of texture. Like so, they're lovely in the bowl now, ready to use when you need them. With our Girolles, all we do is just give them a good wash and you tear them in half, okay? So really you want them looking around like this. You can break them down a bit smaller, but you just want your Girolles there. Okay, so we want to get the pan now on a high heat. I'm using my induction hob as always, so I've got it on 6. So medium to high heat. Get it ready because we're going to saute off the carrots, the onion, the celery and the garlic and the thyme before adding the mushrooms to create the base of this risotto. So make sure it's nice and hot, and then what we're going to do is going to use some beautiful olive oil. I'm using this olive oil from my local greengrocer over in Bedminster. Now this is a stunning Spanish olive oil, 100% pure olive oil. It's not infused with any other flavours or any other bits and bobs. It's just properly pressed, gorgeous oil, how it should be, and it just adds a lot more depth. It's not such a peppery oil, it's more of a balanced flavour. It's perfect for cooking with. So just adding a good lug in there. What I like to do is just drop a couple bits in there to make sure it's hot before I start sauteing everything. You can hear that now, it's nice and hot. So that all goes in. Give that a good mix around. And then we're going to season it now with some salt. So just 2 decent pinches in there. So a tablespoon of butter going in. The beauty when you add in all these different vegetables into the base of your risotto is you just get this vibrant colour, and all these different veg, the carrots, the celery, when you sweat them down, they release a beautiful yet subtle sweetness which just builds to this risotto, and it takes it from the average risotto you can get anywhere to a real special, unique, homemade risotto. So it's worth making sure you follow all these steps to get that pure, elegant, beautiful flavour at the very end, okay? So this sauteing is going to take around 10 minutes to sweat it all down. So make sure you just give it a mix every now and then, ensuring it doesn't catch the bottom of the pan where you'll get bitter burnt flavour, which you do not want. Okay, now we want to add our mushrooms to the pan. Pop them all in there. When the mushrooms are in the pan, cook them down, give them another 5 minutes before we add the risotto rice. So now we've got the onions, the garlic, the mushroom, etc. all sweated down. We're going to add our risotto rice. Make sure you have one of these. I just scraped all in around the side, making sure no raw risottos left at the side of your pan. Make sure you're scraping around the sides. Make sure you're pushing any raw risotto down to the bottom of the pan so it can all cook evenly. After around 20 minutes, make sure you grab your pumpkin seeds out of the oven. So we've got our pumpkin seeds, they've got a wonderful, just a bit of a colour onto them. Just going to leave that to one side for the end. Now we just want to add half a glass of red wine to the risotto mix before we add any stock, okay? It allows it to absorb the alcohol, cook it down and give a stunning flavour at the back. Let it just cook the alcohol up for around 2 minutes before you add your stock, okay? Now the red wine's been cooked down, we want to add our vegetable stock. I'm just using basic supermarket veg stock. Use whatever you have, okay? 600 millilitres. So I add around 400 at first, let it cook down, and then I top up with any more if needed. We want to put the heat down to about 5 now. This process takes quite a long time now, you know, around 20 minutes, and you can smell it, it all smells gorgeous. Just give it an occasional stir. Make sure you don't overwork your risotto. A lot of my friends I know, they stir it too much, they move it and work it too much. The end result is stodgy, not so pleasant risotto. So just give it the occasional mix, smell it, take it all in, but trust the course and let it do its thing. And at the end, it will repay you by being stunning, full-bodied and perfectly textured. So at the beginning, it looks like we're putting a lot of veg stock in there, but now you can see that as it's starting to cook, the rice is absorbing all the moisture. It's thickening up and it's gathering all that flavour. As it does that, then you can start adding more veg stock if needed. What we're waiting for here is waiting for the rice to soften up. Because when you put the rice in at first, it's very, very hard, it's raw. So with this process, with all the liquid and the heat, what's going to happen is it's going to absorb it, it's going to soften up, and you're going to get that lovely soft risotto rice, which we all know and love. Towards the end, we take off the heat, we add in more butter, and we add in Parmesan as well. But for now, we're just letting it all cook there, so you get a beautiful end result. So when it gets to this stage in the risotto, grab a little teaspoon and just try it, see how far away it is. If you get into a hard crunch, it needs more cooking, but if it's starting to get softer, then you're nearing the stage where you take off the heat to add the Parmesan. The residual heat in the pan will carry on cooking the rice anyway. So that's perfect, so now it's time to add your Parmesan. So I'm adding 25 grams now of Parmesan with this little microblade, okay? I'm also going to add a teaspoon of butter. Give that a good mix in. So the butter and the Parmesan's in, finish with one more pinch of salt, then we're just going to leave that pan of risotto just there to rest while we saute the wild mushrooms. So get the pan nice and hot, add the gorgeous Spanish olive oil in there, crank it up to a nice heat, then we'll add our mushrooms. I'm going to make sure we season our mushrooms. And a teaspoon of butter. You got a beautiful wild mushroom there, okay? And now we can serve up this stunning mushroom risotto for you all to enjoy. And then just topping off with the wild mushrooms there. And then sprinkling on top of our lovely roasted pumpkin seeds. And then last but not least, we'll finish off with grating some fresh Parmesan all over the top of this. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful, beautiful mushroom risotto topped off with pumpkin seeds, full of flavour, full of depth, so simple to make, yet so utterly delicious. They'll think you have mad skills in the kitchen when you produce a gorgeous dish like this. I hope you'll enjoy it. Remember, every single Monday we are releasing these videos, Cooking with Jonny Burnett. I will cook whatever you guys ask me to, so leave comments, message me on Instagram, and please do support and share this program because I want to deliver you the best possible videos so you can create the best possible dishes at home without the smoke and mirrors of a restaurant. So all it leaves me to do now is to tuck in and enjoy this wonderful, elegant risotto. You can taste all the flavours throughout that entire dish. Every single ingredient you can really taste. So please do enjoy this one.